today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Carry for Nick Chubb. Breaks a tackle. Fights off another. A big scene, and he might go all the way. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. Fit defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Brings up
a check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 18 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
They give the Chubb out of the gun, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Foreman, his pass caught at the 4. Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
For Nick Chubb, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here's the throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 16 yards, a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pre-game. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The 44-yard line.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. Give him 17 on the pickup there. The Texans also get a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. A shotgun snap for Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
6-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Forced to the ground and incomplete.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
32-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac. Did you trade 6s for 3s? Things are going to work out in your favor.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
To Odell Beckham Jr. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
The score, Browns 7, Texans 3.
Operating from the gun, Foreman. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Foreman. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Number 13.
Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
For the point after.
So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Watson. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Foreman to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Browns 1st down.
Now Chubb. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
On the carry.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
It wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. That'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Philip Lindsey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans draw a bit closer. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football. Went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 20.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On 1st and 10. Foreman. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper. He's got a man. Complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 32 on the play.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Following the penalty, Chubb, and he gets it down to the 32. Give him 2 on the play there, and that'll be good for a Cleveland first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Foreman, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Chubb. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz...
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
The quarterback is sacked.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. Three first-half touchdowns, and the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Houston set to take over. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Greedy Williams on the coverage.
Throwing again is Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the red zone now, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
good.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
At the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
It's second down and 10.
Throwing again. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Deshaun Watson sacked.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Third and long. It's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jonnu Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
He's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. Watson from the gun. He'll throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So here are the Browns to take over. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. A throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Philip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have taken the lead. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. Now Watson. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
good.
And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2. So the field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Foreman.
Charles O'Manahu. The quarterback sack.
That's the 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. He'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Philip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out since emerging from the locker room at intermission. He's looked pretty sharp, hasn't he?
He's running in this third quarter like he got the orange slices at the half.
Oh, yeah.
You remember when
he got the orange slices, not the carrot stick.
Oh, boy.
There was always that mom, wasn't there?
There's always that mom. Wasn't yours, wasn't mine. All right, they brought the carrot sticks. But this guy, orange slices, and been reading the Surface tablet, watching the defenses, and he's made some nice adjustments.
2-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Complete to number 84. Brings up 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Lindsay. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
31-yard line.
To throw is Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk at the 20. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
His throw caught at about the 5. And the Texans are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. Not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
And
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Ross Blacklock never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To throw on second down. Foreman. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Throwing on 3rd and long. Foreman. That's out to Chubb, complete. And now running right through him. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right at the 35. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. The open man is Smith. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He corrected and figured that one out and made a really nice play.
22 yards there, a first down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Lindsey. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Texans will extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So now the Browns down on the scoreboard. 1:45 to play. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. From the gun, Foreman. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
And the Browns 1st down.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry.
Foreman's pass.
The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
Foreman's
and he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards to pick up. 1st down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Foreman. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Foreman's pass complete to Austin Hooper.
Charles, we saw